Welcome to Entertainment Flash. I'm your host, Ron. We're back for another episode. This is season 3, episode 15. It's a Barbie world. So, obviously, that's going to have something to do with something we're going to talk about. So, stay tuned for that. We also have some TV news. We're going to go over the August premieres, so that is something to look forward to. We have a Ron's top 5, so that ought to be a good one. So you want to stick around for that as well. And of course, the new music releases that are out. We're going to talk about that as well as I know Kenny mentioned that some certain person did not get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So, if you are just joining us, you're probably watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting or Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitter at Broadcasting RI, or Twitch at RI underscore broadcasting. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. There's going to be some good stuff here. I am live at the Still on Main building here in downtown Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Pawtucket, Rhode Island. You got to come out. A lot of businesses here. You know, there is a fantastic pizza place that won the award for best pizza in Pawtucket. So, also you can find the Seed Cafe. There is a thrift shop, numerous salons, and of course the backyard that does breakfast throughout the week. There's a lot of hidden gems around the area as well. So you got to come out and take a stroll downtown Pawtucket, Rhode Island if you're watching us in Rhode Island at this moment, or even north of the border in Massachusetts. So, with that being said, let's talk about some movies. You know, I mean, we got some stuff. Like there is some updates coming out. Yes, Kenny, thank you for joining. Believe me, you'll have your say in this. I can't wait till you hear that list. But we're gonna talk some movies right now. It's you know, the blockbusters, during the summertime. But lo and behold, we are in the midst of another blockbuster. Um, but will there be others coming? So it seems like lately, a weekly update for Superman Legacy. So this week, no different. We're talking about Superman Legacy, and I think this is what Peter Gunn has wanted right from the start. I mean, we had some disturbing news about the Green Lantern, last week, but they have asked Peter Gunn if, with all these superheroes appearing in the Superman Legacy, if it was a lead up into Justice League, and he absolutely stressed the fact that it was no, they are appearing as part of supporting roles in the story of Superman. Um, if you're a DC fan, that is actually disturbing. Again, more disturbing news because if he's saying no, that is not even in the plans right now. That is kind of awful if you're a DC fan, because I mean, this is what everybody wanted. They wanted another Justice League to follow, what they had out, and then now they're scrapping all of those heroes basically. I don't know if Aquaman is coming back, with I can't even think of his name right now, Jason Momoa. Um, so that is really not, uh, you know, been in the conversation. But we know Gal Gadot is not coming back, and we know Henry Cavill is not coming back, and we know Ben is not coming back. So that doesn't leave too much and the tanking of the Flash did not help, of course. But again, did they deserve it to tank? Probably, probably. So it is just not good news for DC fans that if they're not even thinking about Justice League at this point. So that's what everybody wants. And when you're getting, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, and uh, Mr. Fantastic or whatever his name is, I can't even think of it right now. But with all these superheroes making an appearance, and then you just say a resounding no. You know, we want Justice League. That is the whole purpose of having these movies like they set up with the Avengers in Marvel, and he's saying no. So that's not good news if you're a DC fan. So there's that. So sorry, people. Sorry. It's not my fault. But also in talks, which I don't know when this is going to happen, and we'll discuss that after this, but Death Stranding. You remember the 2019 sci-fi game that had Norman Reedus, right? The game did very well critically and sales. So there is talk that that's going to be a movie, and it's actually gone so far as to basically they've got everybody like in place for this apparently. So the game, created by Hideo Kojima, is said to be very involved in all aspects of this movie. The producer is Alan Unger, and he's got Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, Leah Seydoux, and Guillermo del Toro all slated in this movie. But the problem is, and it's a big problem, um, the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild are on strike. So nothing is going to be done until those things are resolved, and um, they need to pay the writers for one. Let's pay the writers. I don't know if I feel so bad for some of the actors. I mean, because when they're getting paid millions and millions to do a movie, that's different. But I do feel bad for those people that are in those roles that, they're struggling to survive, and here these movies are, making millions in some cases, you know, even though the Flash made what 267 million or whatever it was, it's still losing. Because all the investments. So it made 267 worldwide. The budget was 200 million, but they're saying that the advertising of the movie really didn't count towards that. So I don't know, but for the movie, it should have made you probably at least 500, to be honest with you, worldwide, and it hasn't come close. Hasn't come close, and that is pretty much done, in sales. So it's not going to get any better. So, yeah. So in the greater scheme of things, maybe it made a lot of money, but it is a bomb, and that is the facts. Unlike unlike Barbie, hence the title, it's a Barbie world. Right now, it is. Everything is pink right now. Like, everywhere you go, it's pink. Pink this and pink that, and Barbie this and Barbie that. So it is truly a Barbie world right now. The opening weekend, it made 155 domestically, 337 million worldwide. The budget was 145 million, so it's already surpassed that. It is a big hit, and being Warner Brothers, as was The Flash, this just put a giant band-aid on Warner Brothers for that Flash movie. So big band-aid came out, and I'm sure the band-aid is pink, It is pink. So, so the Band-Aid is firmly on Warner Brothers with the Barbie movie. Everything is right, for Warner Brothers now. They were in dire straits, when they saw the numbers of The Flash, but that went away in a hurry with the Barbie movie that they're raking it in now. And being ahead of the game is really good because you're talking $200 million ahead of the game because of that movie. That's just the first weekend. So we're heading into another weekend, and I'm sure this is going to be, another good week for it. People are telling me to go see it. I haven't seen it yet. Um, I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, but I have, a Fire Stick that I can get it. I can get it. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, so yeah, Barbie has raked it in, and things are good for Warner Brothers now. So maybe they'll make another DC movie. Maybe not. I don't know. But I don't know. Is Superman Legacy Warner Brothers? I don't know. I didn't even look into that. I don't know. I've been talking about Superman Legacy for the last like 4 episodes, and I don't know who's making it. I'm guessing it's Warner Brothers because that's who generally is making all the DC movies. So I'm guessing it is. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do well with Superman. You know, I'm sure. Maybe. Well, iffy, iffy. So let us know if you've seen Barbie, or if you plan on going to see Barbie. What's your thoughts on Superman and all the cast and what they're talking about not doing the Justice League as of now? It is not in their plans. And if you enjoyed the video game Death Stranding, and if you plan on seeing the movie with Norman Reedus, I'm excited. I want to see that. I think it's going to be fantastic. So we'll see. We'll see. Still a lot of stuff coming up. So let's move along and we'll start talking TV. It's TV time. Yes, TV time. We got all of the August premieres. So what I did is I took the list of all the things that were either worth seeing or people watch. I did not put the crap, that is out there that everybody can tune into and don't. So starting August 2nd, Big Brother returns. They don't need the writers because that's all real, right? It's all real. It's real. So Big Brother returns August 2nd for CBS. Apple TV has Physical going into season 3. I didn't know it existed. I'm like, I had no idea. But season 3, then they have, it is the final season as well. And apparently they have Zoe Deschanel joining the cast in that in season 3 for Physical. So I think it's about, it's about exercising. So it's up. I guess Zoe Deschanel plays the rival of the main character, and she has her own show that she will, be the number one on. And so she's going to be joining that cast for the final season. Also, August 2nd is Reservation Dogs and Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures on Disney Plus. So that is an animated show. So you can tune into that. I'm sure it's Star Wars, and I'm sure it's going to be just fine, right? August 3rd is Heartstopper on Netflix, season 2. It is a romance in the LGBTQ, and also Lincoln Lawyer returns on Netflix as well. August 6th, The Shy, short for Chicago, I'm guessing. On Showtime, season 6. I haven't watched any of that. I haven't watched any. It's already on season 6, so I might have to try taking a look at it. I don't know. Sports fans, Kenny, I know you're going to be watching this. Hard Knocks, August 8th, with the New York Jets. They are not happy about it, so they got forced to do it basically by the NFL. And that is coming up on HBO. Aaron Rodgers joined the team, so so that's why they want the Jets, because of Aaron Rodgers. Um, and the other networks always talk about him, so of course they're going to be putting that on. So Only Murders in the Building also returns for Hulu. August 9th, Strange Planet on Apple TV. That is also an animated show. Superfan on CBS. It's a game show that comes. I guess it's music as well. So that is on CBS. August 10th, The Challenge USA on CBS. So The Challenge returns. So they have all these physical challenges, and that comes back. So if you like that kind of thing, that would be something that you can watch. August 12th, Hip Hop Treasures, A&E. Now this is interesting because it's it's basically the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and they're going to be going to different places and homes and stars and checking out all these things, from hip hop and the history, like you know like albums. They're gonna be checking out different albums and stuff like that, gold records and all kinds of memorabilia from hip hop stars. So that ought to be pretty cool to see. August 13th, Billions on Showtime. The seventh and final season. So that is wrapping up. So August 14th, 90 Day, The Last Resort on TLC. So if what is that? I guess the 90 Days Fiance or whatever that is. So if you like those reality shows, August 17th, Killing It on Peacock, and August 18th, what is that? The Harlan Coben's Shelter on Prime. It looked interesting, so I might check that out. August 20th, they have Sister Wives on TLC. So if you like those reality shows, Sister Wives, I guess it's going to be someone married to two sisters. Yeah, that ought to go well. But the one I'm looking at, The Winter King, MGM Plus. So it is basically about King Arthur, and I like that. Ian de Kostecki, maybe Kostecki, Kostecki, whatever his name is. That is going to be out on MGM Plus, all about King Arthur. So I'm going to be checking that one out. August 23rd, Invasion returns on Apple TV. I saw the first season. I liked it, and I'm going to continue watching that. Star Wars, Ahsoka, Disney Plus with Rosario Dawson is back. So I'll probably check that out as well. And of course, wrapping up is One Piece, the live action TV series. Yes, One Piece on Netflix, live action. So I'll probably check that out as well. So those are the things that are coming up that you should even care about. The other stuff, I don't know, didn't look interesting or wasn't very good to begin with. Those are the ones that you might want to maybe possibly if you like reality and you go so you watch those. Um, I like Big Brother. I think it's kind of funny. You know, I mean, putting those people and just seeing what happens. Sometimes it's pretty good. So I will check that out. So that is TV time. Um, that leads us into the final couple of segments, which is the Ron's top five, and I'm sure Kenny's going to be chiming in on that. So it is top five toys or games that turned into a movie. We also have the new movie releases and a little bit of that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So we'll talk about that. Um, and we'll see what people think about it. And yeah. So again, we're on YouTube and Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting. We are at Twitter at Broadcasting Rhode Island, and we are on Twitch at RI underscore broadcasting. So check us out. Please follow, support, share, comments. That all helps. It's all important. Important. If you want to keep seeing us, you gotta share, you gotta follow, you gotta support. Throw some bits, throw some stars if you're on Facebook. So the bits on Twitch. So keep tuning in to all the shows, and let us know what you think. So, so with that, let's go into Ron's top five. All right, so we got the top five um, toys or games that turned into a movie. This was an interesting list because there's stuff like G.I. Joe and there's Masters of the Universe, there is Ouija, there's a bunch of stuff out there. Now, before I even get to the list, I am not including Toy Story in this. And I'll tell you why. Um, well, basically because I think all the Toy Story movies are better than this whole list. That's pretty plain and simple. So it would just be a Toy Story top five. That's basically what it would. So I am not putting any of the Toy Stories on the list because they'd be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So with that being said, and I know, Kenny, you probably steamed that I just ruled them out. But let's be honest, they would be the top. So I did not include Toy Story in this list. Um, and you see, Kenny agrees with me. So number five, I have Lego the movie. I thought it was pretty good. You know, I mean, it was okay. I'm not even gonna say it was pretty good. It was okay. Um, clearly, I think I don't even know. You know, if it's just a theme or it's just because I liked Legos, so I I watched the movie and somewhat enjoyed it. It was okay, like I said. So I have Lego the movie um, at number five. Number four, I have Clue. Um, and that was, quite a while ago. I can't remember the year, but I want to say it was 80. I thought it was 87 or something. I don't remember the year. But I did like the movie. I liked the board game, and I think it could have been a better movie, but I thought it was pretty funny. And because it was like a spoof, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had some alternative endings. I think they had an ending for like every character. So like Mrs. Peacock, Mr. Green, Colonel Mustard, the whole bit. I think they had an ending for each one of them being, you know, the killer. So, but I thought it was a pretty good movie, and I thought it was funny. I think they did a really good job of portraying the board game and making it lighthearted. So I thought they did a good job. Yes, um, he, Kenny loved the movie. So I thought that was pretty good, and I put it at number four. Um, Number three was pretty recent, and it was Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, and I thought that was a pretty solid movie, and so I went with that, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was done pretty well. I thought the acting was pretty good, and it was a very entertaining movie. And I thought they did a really good job and deserved to be at number three. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go and check it out. You check it out, and pop it in. Remember when you used to pop it into the VCR? That's pretty funny. I almost said that. Just go download it. On your streaming service legally, of course, right? Not good to do it illegally. Because who does that? Nobody, right? Nobody does that. So that was number three. Number two, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I loved the movie. Look. It's Transformers, right? You would think that they wouldn't mess that up, but they've had a pretty rough go of it, lately. Now I've enjoyed pretty much all the movies that I saw of Transformers. I think I missed one. Um, but like I liked them, but some of them had holes. Some of them weren't as good. Some of them, the story kind of stunk, but the action is really always there. But Rise of the Beast had all the factors that you want. Okay, so it had good acting. It had a nice story to it. The action was incredible. The special effects were fantastic. So everything was good about the movie. So I put that at number two, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and so that's what I liked about that, which was almost everything. So that leaves number one. Um, Number one was the very first Transformers that they did. And even though there was some holes in it, but there's nothing like the first one, and that made us really really dive back into Transformers. I thought they did a really good job with all the special effects and the changing of the vehicles and to the Transformers and vice versa. I thought they really did an excellent job with that movie. I loved it. So I put that one at number one, and it is close. It is close. So that's what I got. So I did not have, Masters of the Universe. I did not have, GI Joe on there. But Ouija almost came in there. I almost put that above the Lego movie, because Ouija was, yeah, even though it's not with an I, it's with an A. It's actually supposed to be Ouija, I think. Or Ouija. I don't know. But it's not Ouija, even though that's the way everybody pronounces it. But I felt that movie was pretty good, and it almost got on there. And it is listed as a toy. Although I don't suggest you kind of busting that out and playing with it. I don't suggest that. So that is the top five. So it was a fun list because of the fact, that I just like the toys. And Barbie came out now. I want to stress that I did not see Barbie yet. So I did not include Barbie as well. So no Toy Story movies were in there because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It was not even a question. Um, so I did not include that or Barbie, which is new. So don't hate me. Don't hate me for it. Don't hate me. But if you like the list, put down what you think should be on that list. If you have something, maybe I forgot something. You know, I don't think I did because I really do my homework. But you but it's possible I might have missed something. You never know. So, um, so yeah, so that's it. Rounding out the top five toys, games turned into a movie. Number five was the Lego Movie. Number four was Clue. Number three, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Number two, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and number one, Transformers from 2007. Um, of course, like I said, did not include any of the Toy Story movies because, like I said, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wouldn't even be a question. And it did not include Barbie because that's new. so, so that is that. Um, Again, if you're just joining us, I am here at the Still on Main building in downtown Pawtucket, where you can come in and you can get some pizza. You can get a nice cup of hot chocolate, even though it's summer. I don't care. It is that good. It's that good at the Seed Cafe. Yes, and I'm right outside their door actually, and Chris is just dying to jump in, but he doesn't want to disturb, so he feels like it's doesn't want to jump in, but he'd be more than welcome to. Um, so there's all kinds of stuff here. There's a barber shop to my right, which is your left. I think. I think we're backwards. So yeah, I believe it is your left, but my right. I don't know, but it's right near me. And so come on down. Check it out if you're in the Pawtucket, Rhode Island area. But if not, you just join us live, and you can comment. You know, so just jump in if you're on YouTube. Follow us, follow us, share, share, share. Always willing to interact, especially my boy Kenny out there. See previews of new movie. Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's supposed to be really good. I heard good things about that. I did see the preview, and it looks good. It's funny too because you know when I was younger, I didn't really care for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I was already an adult when that first arrived on the scene, and I didn't really care to see any of it. But now that I'm older and I'm more into to movies and stuff, and I see everything, and I look at it as a an art. So now I can watch a movie to see just if it's artistic quality. So that's what has developed with me over the years, and now I can start watching some of these movies for the artistic purposes. So even though I might not be into something, I could still give an objective view of all of these types of things. So I can actually watch Barbie. Yes, I can watch Barbie and actually give you information on whether it's good or not, even if I'm not interested in that subject. So I can do that. So yes, Kenny, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I heard good things about it. People are excited about this, and I think I think it's going to be a big movie. I think it's going to do really well. Because I think they needed another movie for the turtles. Um, you know, I would I would have liked to seen another live action, but I believe this is going to be animated, and um, they don't mess up the turtles with animation. So just throwing that out there. I know they have great animation with the Ninja Turtles stuff, whether it was the TV show or in movies. So so with that being said, so let's talk a little bit about this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. And I know Kenny's a little upset at this. Um, if I'm looking, I'm trying to look at the inductees. All right, the class of 2023. But I do want to say, the inductees of 1986. Like I was looking at that, and I was seeing Chuck Berry, James Brown, Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Fats Domino, the Everly Brothers, right? Buddy Holly. Like there was some great ones, right? Elvis was in there in 1986. So, like, that was unbelievable. So I look at this list and I'm like, well, it's not as good as it was. But of course, because, it's not the same, right? So, class of 2023, is got some names on that, that you're going to be surprised. And I can't find the freaking list. I can't find the list. But I know that Cyndi Lauper didn't get in. And Kenny, you're upset. But who did get in was A Tribe Called Quest, Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, which I absolutely love. I love Sheryl Crow, and I think she belongs in there. Missy Elliott is in there. Iron Maiden, Joy Division, New Order. So, actually, that's just a list. But Kenny, you're saying that she didn't get in, which it sounds surprising to me. I don't understand how she couldn't get in. So Kenny's saying John Cena is in the Turtles. So John Cena is actually really funny. Um, uh, I don't know. I think it was Vacation Friends or something like that he was in. Oh my God, that movie was so funny. He was awesome in it. So yeah, so I can see how you like John Cena. Um, so, but if Cyndi Lauper not in, that's surprising to me because like she should have been in. She should have been in. So, not getting in there. I know these are all the nominees. I'm trying to see the actual list, and so those are the inductees. So who actually got in? I can't find it. Inductees, 2023 inductees. So here is the inductees. Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, the Spinners, DJ Cool, Chaka Khan, Al Cooper, Bernie Taupin, Don Cornelius. Yeah, no, she's not on there. And frankly, I'm right there with you. I'm looking at them and I'm like, well, it's hard. Who do you take out? Who do you take out of that list? So the performer category that got in is Kate Bush, like I said, Missy Elliott, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, and the Spinners. So, personally, I think she should have been in there ahead of Kate Bush. Um, yeah, and Rage Against the Machine. To be honest with you, I think I think George Michael does belong to be in there. And even though I don't like Willie Nelson's music, I think he does belong to be in there. Missy Elliott, she paved the way for basically female hip hop, and I gotta say she belongs in there. Sheryl Crow absolutely belongs in there, and the Spinners belong in there. So I would have said Cyndi Lauper ahead of Kate Bush or Rage in the Machine. That's probably what I would have said. Who the heck is Kate Bush? Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Like I think that one is the glaring one, Kenny. Um, like I don't think Kate Bush belongs in there. To be honest with you, sorry. You know, that would be the one that I say Cyndi Lauper definitely deserved to be ahead of her. Um, and I'm sure there's some others that belonged in there as well. Um, but again, Kate Bush. I mean, I don't, I don't, I don't think she should have been in there. I don't think she should have been in there. Um, you know, but there's so many talented people out there, and when you look at those nominees, like I look at those and I'm like, wait, why? Like a Tribe Called Quest didn't get in. Um, who else? Iron Maiden didn't get in. Joy Division, New Order didn't get in. Cyndi Lauper didn't get in. Um, let's see, Soundgarden. Really? I would have taken Soundgarden over Rage Against the Machine, to be honest with you. The White Stripes didn't get in. I think they're fantastic. Warren Zevon didn't get in, but I think that's right. He shouldn't be in. I don't think he's that good. So, but I think they got Soundgarden and Cyndi Lauper wrong in this case. Definitely, um, and the two Kate Bush and Rage Against the Machine, I think should have been out. Rage Against the Machine, though, I think could have gone another time. But maybe Cyndi Lauper goes in next year. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I can see how you're upset, Kenny, on that. And I think she should be in there. I mean, because first of all, when you start breaking it down to what they mean to music, did they dominate music at any point? And when you say that, Cyndi Lauper dominated, you know, with that song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She also dominated with Time After Time, True Colors, so she was that popular I mean, especially those three songs. They are songs that, are embedded into music history. And when you have songs that do that, and multiple songs that do that, you belong in the Hall of Fame for that. And that's the way I look at it. You know, you have to be a focal point in music for at least a period of time, and she was. Three times she was the top. So with that being said, she should have been in there. At no point in history did I ever think that Kate Bush was the person, the one that was on top. Not once, ever. Ever. And now that I say that, Rage in the Machine, never. You know? So what gives? So why not put her in? And so when you start breaking things down to moments in time, that's when that somebody deserves to be there, and Cyndi Lauper deserved to be there. So Kenny is 100% right. I've had to look at it and then basically talk it out with myself. And yeah, so Kenny is absolutely right in that statement that she should be in there. So yeah, Cyndi Lauper. So you know, why not right now? Here we go. Right now, we are going to start the Entertainment Flash Hall of Fame. So that could be movies, that could be music, it could be TV, could be anything, right? So, right now, right here, Kenny, for you, the first person that goes in is Cyndi Lauper. And every week that we do a show, we're going to put something else into that Hall of Fame. So, Cyndi Lauper is our first, right there, right now. See? How about that? And that's what we can do for her to show that we appreciate, first of all, when it comes to party songs, what songs do you think of? Girls just want to have fun, right? You think of that. Like that is just a fun song and is always going to be played no matter what. So, you know, so Cyndi Lauper, first person into the Entertainment Flash Hall of Fame. Um, so if you want to sponsor the show, of course, you can email us at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. You can sponsor the show or you can sponsor a segment. Ron's Top 5, right? So if you're a trading card company, and I won't say which one, wouldn't it be awesome to be the top 5? That would be pretty awesome. So you should sponsor us. You should sponsor us. Also, movie time would be nice if a movie theater or company decided to sponsor us, and then we can mention them as well every show. How about that? You know, TV time. If you're a company that makes TVs or fixes them, this would be the one. Sponsor it. So we could use some sponsors to help us bring you all of the exciting shows that we have on Rhode Island Broadcasting, including Sports Unfolded. So if you didn't see Sports Unfolded yesterday, you got to. We're going to end with the new releases because we decided to throw in the Hall of Fame stuff on there. So the new music, you just got chills. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Exactly. And like I said, Kenny, she deserves to be in there. When you start really analyzing, like Girls Just Want to Have Fun is one of the biggest party songs of all time. I mean, there's a bunch of them, Celebration, obviously, you know, but that's big. That's big. I mean, it was a massive song and it's still played to this day. So, so new music releases. Um, we always try to take care of our musicians, that are in the world because that is music is part of everything. Part of movies, part of TV, part of everything. So, um, so the new music releases. Nas Magic 2 is out. And Yellow Card, Childhood Eyes, and Tony Yayo. Is it Yayo, Kenny? I believe it's Yayo. 134 tape. I have just as many problems as Eric on Sports Unfolded does pronouncing some of these names. You know. So yeah. And also, They Cloned Tyrone soundtrack is out this week, and I want to see that movie. That looks pretty good. I believe that's Jamie Foxx in that movie, and I want to see that. So looks good. It looks good. So with that, thank you for all the comments, Kenny. Thank you for joining. Everybody else, throw some comments down there. Let us know what you think. Who should we induct into the Entertainment Flash Hall of Fame next week, or movie, or song, or whatever? Let us know. Throw it down there, and we'll give that some thought. So thank you, YouTubers out there watching us at Rhode Island Broadcasting, and Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting, of course Twitter at Broadcasting RI, and of course Twitch at RI_broadcasting. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.